Hey guys, it's Alyssa. I'm here to do my first pregnancy update for this pregnancy. Today is the 28th of May, it's Thursday, and I'm only 12 days past ovulation, so I'm not, really into a pregnancy yet, but I just figured I would come on, since you guys have been asking a lot of good questions on Instagram, and, my situation's a little bit weird, so I thought I would just come on and talk about everything that's happened so far and that's going on. So you guys are up to date with what I know. So, first things first, I got my beta back. I got my first positive pregnancy test yesterday, and as you guys saw, it was the first response, and it was a fairly faint line, so I thought my beta was going to be kind of low. It came back at 28, which for it being 10 days, maybe 10 or 11 days past ovulation, the nurse said that was a great number, and it's really more important that it doubles. So they're retesting my beta on Friday. We'll talk more about that later. They also tested my progesterone, and my progesterone came back at 18. So she said normally they like it over 20. So 18 was a touch low. And because of my history of miscarriages and that we know progesterone is an issue for my body, and because I'm already on a supplement, they actually would want it to be even higher. So they're switching me from a progesterone supplement now that's 200 milligram progesterone capsule to endometrium, which is sort of the big daddy of suppositories, I guess. A lot of girls who do IVF are prescribed endometrium. So I'm switching to that starting tonight. So hopefully that will help keep my progesterone nice and high. What else do I know? They're going to also retest the progesterone tomorrow morning when they retest my HCG, just to see if it's changing or anything like that. My HCG, my beta, should be 56 tomorrow. That would be doubling. So, fingers crossed. It's at least over 50 is what I'm aiming for. She didn't actually tell me. She just said they want it to double every 48 hours. But I hope it's over 50, and hopefully it's over 56. But we'll see. Okay, so they're retesting those two tomorrow, as well as testing my thyroid. I started Synthroid 25 days ago, maybe a month ago, because my thyroid levels were just a touch high, as you guys know, so they're going to test that and make sure that she said as soon as you get pregnant, your pregnancy hormones can start messing with your thyroid levels, so they want to keep on top of that and make sure they're adjusting my dose as need be. So, my med regimen. Okay, so I wanted to clarify this right now because it's probably going to change. So you guys kind of know what I'm working with. So, first thing in the morning, I take 25 mcg Synthroid tablet. And then at night, I'm taking a low-dose aspirin, which she just had me start on. Then I'll talk more about that in a second. But I'll take an aspirin, my prenatal at night. And then I also do my progesterone at night. And it's going to be switching from the progesterone capsule to endometrium. So that's what my med regimen is right now. The Synthroid is for my thyroid, and she said they're going to change that as they need to. And the aspirin was because I have an outstanding referral for the end of July for the pediatric hematologist, who's the blood doctor, and who I feel like I want to call Dr. Dracula or Dr. Acula, but I feel like that would maybe be rude. But anyways, since I have that outstanding appointment, she just said she wanted to start me on an aspirin now. There wasn't any indicator for a more intensive blood thinner. So I don't remember what they call it. Amanda, if you know what this word is, but it's where you don't have any of the genetic markers or the official diagnostic thing, but you show all the symptoms of something. There's a medical term for this, asymptomatic, or I don't know what it is, but basically I show all the symptoms, but I don't actually have the marker, so they might want to put me on a more intensive blood thinner. Basically, the nurse was saying, we're starting me on an aspirin, and then if the doctors, the REs, think I need to still go to him, I will go to that appointment, or they'll move it up, or whatever they need to do. So, that's my med regimen right this second, and like I said, it's going to probably be changing a little bit. I guess I'll talk a little bit about my symptoms. I didn't really know what was going on. My chart was originally telling me I ovulated. Today would have been like 15 days past ovulation. So my chart was a little goofy, and you guys know I didn't do a very good job with OPKs this month because we weren't trying this month, which is a whole other story. But basically, I had thought I had already ovulated and was kind of counting down from there, and so was comparing the symptoms I was having to previous months or previous cycles, and for all intents and purposes was not having any pregnancy symptoms. Then all of a sudden, 3 days ago, I started having, so it would have been like 8 or 9 days past ovulation. Wow, I've gotten like 10 text messages since I've been sitting here. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, so symptoms. So maybe 3 days ago, 8 days past ovulation, I started to feel fatigue, which I thought was PMS because I thought I was like 11 or 12 days past ovulation or something. So fatigue I've definitely felt, especially the last 2 days, which would have been when my HCG started to be testable. I also have a headache this morning, and I had a headache yesterday, and yesterday I had heartburn, which heartburn has been my first symptom for at least 3 of these pregnancies. Heartburn's been one of the first things I've noticed. So heartburn, fatigue, and headache. I get headaches, like menstrual headaches, so that's not really a symptom, but that's what I'm feeling. I also had, not cramping, I wish there was a better word for it. During my period, I get cramps and backaches, but they're like twisty. In the last couple days, just today, or yesterday and the day before, I've had cramping, but they've been pulling cramps. So instead of like twisting, writhing feeling, it's like a stretching pain. So I have had a little cramping, but nothing, it feels more like a pulled muscle than like, it's not, oh God, I wish I was better at explaining these things. During my period, they feel productive, like they feel like they're like wringing out my insides. This is more just like a pulled muscle, like when you tweak your shoulder or something, it just like yank, like a stretching. Okay. But that's all I'm feeling. Fatigue, heartburn, and some headache stuff, but nothing too extreme yet. And yeah, so hopefully things still rise and this pregnancy goes on, and this is the pregnancy, but I just wanted to come on and give you guys that information now, and yeah, I guess I wasn't going to talk about the emotional part of it, but I think I'm just going to, because it's the end, so there's probably only like 4 of you still watching. It doesn't feel real, and it's probably because this is my 5th time being pregnant in 13 months, but it kind of feels like I have this like virus that I keep getting like recurrent bouts of, because nothing good has ever happened from it. It just feels like an illness, and I want to keep it. Obviously, like I want to stay sick, but at the same time it feels different than I would ever imagine a pregnancy feeling, because it doesn't feel like, it just feels like I'm waiting for the bad news. I'm waiting either to start bleeding or for there to be no heartbeat. So I'm either waiting to be tortured in 3 days or in 2 months, but it doesn't feel, there's not a lot of hope or excitement. There's some, I'm hopeful or I'm excited, but I don't know. I don't know when it'll feel like a pregnancy and not just like I've got mono or something. Maybe when I see a heartbeat, or maybe not until I have a baby in my arms, but I don't know. I keep asking him how he's feeling, and he just says terrified and excited, so he's convinced this is the sticky one, but he said that about every pregnancy, so God bless him, right? So I don't know. Look at this. Anyways, I don't really know how I'm feeling. I'm trying to just keep my mind occupied, and I'm trying to focus on it being a good thing, you know? So, alright. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again. Hopefully, I'll have time tomorrow to make a video. I probably won't update you guys here until Monday. At the earliest, we're going out of town tomorrow, so we're going camping. So keep on my Instagram for updates, and I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to thank you guys all individually. I don't know what, I think that I need to update my Instagram app, because there's a bunch of glitchy stuff that's been happening the past few days. So, anyways, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Baby dust.